All right, folks. Well, today is what the kids on the street call New Machine Day. We have an Okuma MU-400 VA coming here today, and we have to rig the whole thing. We rented some metal plates. We have it coming from Salt Lake, and it's a beautiful day to rig a machine. So let's get started. We also had to build a new shop, so you'll get a shop tour. It's awesome. I'm excited. The machine should be, I don't know, it's like 5 minutes out. So let's rig a machine today. An Okuma. Look at that rig. Forklift up there. Machine, chip conveyor, chiller. Let's do this. And the forklift over here, ready to go. All their rigging stuff. There's the machine right there. You can see it. She's a Butte Clark. And we're gonna take it all the way across the grass and over to a new shop right over there.
We need it sideways. You want it sideways?
All right, we're about halfway through the move. We are moving the metal plates. We've come from over there. And this is slow going. It's not easy, but we're making it happen little by little. Don't know if I would do this again.
Can I get you to run your tractor out there?
Yeah.
I got
Skates?
some of my skates. We'll just turn
Let's do it.
Pick it back up, get it right where you want it.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Schneider's Golf and the new workshop. A lot has happened in the last year. So last September, this is September 2024, I was online on eBay looking at machines, dreaming about owning a 5-axis CNC mill, trying to see if I could retrofit a 5-axis trunnion onto my Cincinnati Arrow. And I came across this Okuma MU-400 VA on eBay, and it said Salt Lake City was the listing area. So I called up one of my buddies, and he talked to his friend who's a service rep at Okuma, and I tried to get some information on what's the deal with the machine, where's it been, what's the history on it. And I started getting that nervous feeling inside where it's like, holy freak, I shouldn't buy a machine because it doesn't make sense right now. But I ended up pulling the trigger. So October 22nd, 2024, I wired the money for this machine. Went through the loan process and everything, wired the guy the money for the mill, and didn't have anywhere to put it. So it was sitting down in Salt Lake at the rigging place who had rigged it out of the previous shop. This machine's kind of special because it was being sold for a guy who had passed away in an estate sale. I couldn't even afford it at what they had it listed at. So I made him an offer and they ended up accepting it. And so I just thought, okay, I don't know what's wrong with it. I went down and looked at it. It wasn't under power or anything. And that's always kind of sketchy, but we have it. We built a new building around it, had to go through the whole building process and building a VersaTube building. And I am just super stoked that I have a 5-axis machine in my backyard, and it's a Japanese machine. Let me tell you a little bit about this Okuma. All right, well, I just turned on the main power switch. It's a big machine. I think it stands at almost 11 feet tall with the spindle all the way up. Let me kind of show you the front of this thing. Gonna power on the control here. Here we go. This is all first time you guys are getting to see it, so power on, I believe. This is what it all looks like inside. Haven't even leveled it yet. My level's been sitting in here since April when we rigged this thing. That's a whole other thing. We're booting up. All systems go so far, which is encouraging. This Okuma is the same footprint, general hardware and iron as an MU-460 V5AX, which is, well, I guess the Genos 460 5AX. And that is their bridge style machine with a trunnion. It swings this way. This particular machine has chip conveyors that slant backwards. And this must have been like an aerospace machine because it's pretty well optioned out. Let me tell you what it has. It has this Renishaw laser. It has wireless probing. It has complete thermal comp and sensors inside of the casting frame spindle. So everything is automatic thermally comped through sensors. And I think that comes standard on Okumas. It has through spindle coolant. It has 1000 PSI high pressure coolant. It has a Mayfran concept chip conveyor, which has the formal chip conveyor. Holy freak, everything just turned on. That just scared me. That was kind of sketch. This machine has a Mayfran concept chip conveyor, which has a thick chips conveyor on the top, but it also has a fines chip conveyor on the bottom that has a rotating drum fine mesh screen here. So this drum is constantly screening the fines, scraping the fines up out, circulates that clean coolant into this tank here, which goes into a separator bag, into the through spindle and the high pressure spindle coolant there. Pretty awesome machine. These Mayfran concept chip conveyors are pure gold. A couple other things. It has the DNC and the buffer communication option on here, so it can be network connected, can be drip fed, so large programs shouldn't be an issue. Aesthetically, it's probably seen better days in here. I'm hoping that I don't run into any gremlins. All right, this machine also has linear scale feedback on X, Y, and Z. And one of my favorite parts, it has a 48 tool belt. And I don't know if I even have enough holders to fill the whole thing up. So this will be my interim tool crib. For the time being, I'm gonna load this up with all the tools, number them, and they'll be in the numbered pots, and I'll do my tool inventory that way. Had to clear a bunch of alarms, had to go through the chiller unit, figure out what's going on there. There's still an error on there, but I kind of put a jumper on it, figure out. So I'm gonna put this thing into manual mode and we're gonna try and jog the spindle head up. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is an all new control. I've never used an Okuma control before, so here we go. Let's send it. So we need to put this into manual mode here. There's like so many alarms on this machine and like stuff going on that I'm so not used to. Learning this alone is insane. So we're gonna see if the Z-axis will jog up. We'll try and jog Y. We'll try and jog X, C and A. I am so excited. I hope everything moves. If it does, that puts us on a track to be able to throw a program in here and try and make some chips here. So pretty cool. Here we go. So I am going to jog Z up here. This is the first time that I've ever done this. And I see Z moving. It's coming off the wood block. I don't even actually know what taper this machine is. But holy crap, oh, there's a tool in it. There's a tool inside of the spindle. Check it out. I don't know how high up we can go in Z, but here we are. Wow. 3.512, that might be good to know. I don't know. This has absolute encoders on it, so it's supposed to just be, you know, where it's at. And that's probably right. I think it was probably about there. This is insane. How about a little bit of Y? Let's try out Y. Y. Y is moving. Check it out. Y is moving. Oh my gosh. This is so rewarding. I'm sorry. Holy cow. X. X is moving. I don't know if you can see here. Let's try, oh, okay. I just heard a clamp unrelease. That's good. A says it's moving. I do see A moving, so. A moves backwards. That's not very quick. I guess we can make jog speed a little faster here. Jog speed a little faster. I'm like scared to really move this. Okay, so A does move. And see it moving there. I'm jogging A. I'm gonna bring A back. Set A. And the last thing would be the C, which is our rotary trunnion. Kind of fun. Everything is running. I'm gonna count all those things as a win for the day. We got the chiller air figured out. We moved every axis. We pulled that block out of from underneath the spindle. And a year later, a full year later, more than a year later after paying for this machine, I finally got to see it move. So it's honestly just been like the best freaking day. I'm so pumped. Dang it. The door interlock just stuck on. But next couple things in the journey, do a tool change, figure out how the tool belt works, get the chip conveyors working, make sure that all the linear scales are working correctly. There's still a good long road ahead, figuring out how to network connect this, load a program, run a program, simulate a program. This machine looks massive compared to what I'm used to. I'm no stranger to running a Cat 40 machine, but I know the control that I'm running. I've never run this, let alone 5-axis. So Okuma is going to be a whole new thing, but man, this machine just fired up. Everything sounds like it's working, and I'm just freaking pumped. I'm going to have to get a bunch of new pull studs. I don't have any pull studs that match this. I didn't know if it was a Cat 40 or an HSK machine. So I'm happy to know it's a Cat 40 machine. I can throw a bunch of my other tools in there, which is going to be pretty awesome. So I don't know. This is just a great afternoon, great day. It is November the 6th. I'm not sure if this video will continue with me going through the tool changer, figuring out how to do tool changes and stuff. If we'll figure out how to load a program, hopefully we'll move through it swiftly and I can start making some really cool parts on this thing. So stay tuned.